Hello, this is Tammy's Real Life English.
오늘은 캐나다의 한 의사가 효율적으로 살을 빼는 방법을 알려주는 영상을 보면서 건강 지식도 얻고 더불어 영어 듣기 및 영어 단어를 동시에 배워보는 시간을 갖겠습니다.
Today, we're going to watch a video of a doctor in Canada telling you how to lose weight efficiently, so you can get some health knowledge and also practice listening to English and learn English vocabulary at the same time.
So I did my training in nephrology, which is kidney disease. So I'm a kidney disease specialist. So I started to look into the literature and I started to read about it and so on. I got very, very interested in it. That is the way to deal with alcoholism. You can't cure it just by saying drink less alcohol. The same way you can't cure the obesity by saying eat fewer calories. That's the way it is. That's why you're taking in more calories or you're storing more calories, is because your body has hormones that tell you to store calories. So there's a hormone called insulin, for example. If you take two different foods, equal number of calories, and you eat them, the hormonal response to those calories are completely different. So you eat 2 slices of white bread and jam. All that energy, so insulin spikes up because it's very high in refined carbohydrates. Remember that when you eat white bread or muffins or refined carbohydrates, you're going to have this insulin spike, which is going to tell your body to store energy. If you exercise, and I say this, exercise is really good for you in a number of ways. Flexibility, strength, core, all kinds of things. So very, very important. But in terms of weight loss, it's actually a very, very small effect. Why? Because one, the amount of calories you burn during exercise are simply not that high. So if you look at, if you do walking, if you did 8 hours of high intensity exercise, yeah, you're going to burn a lot of calories. But most people I deal with, which are sort of middle-aged and higher, you're talking about sort of a quick walk or, 45, half an hour, 3 times a week sort of thing. And if you ever go on the treadmill and you ever watch that calorie counter on the treadmill, it goes up very, very slowly, right? You'll do half an hour and it'll be up to like 120 calories or something like that, right? So that exercise really didn't burn off very many calories. The other problem with exercise is that it tends to actually cause you to eat more. And that's the reason why exercise is very hard to exercise enough to lose weight. And that's not to say that you shouldn't exercise. You really should exercise. Everybody should exercise. But if you're trying to lose weight, you still got to focus on the main topic, which is the foods that you eat, which is not just the calories. It's about the types of food that you eat, which is going to affect the hormonal balance, and also how often you eat. If you're eating all the time versus if you're only eating very infrequently, then you're going to have a different hormonal balance that is going to affect your weight as well. Let's think about this very simply, okay? So if you eat, your insulin's going to go up, your body's going to store calories because you told it to. If you don't eat or if you fast, your body your insulin's going to go down. You're going to bring those calories back out of storage, right? So you're going to burn calories. You eat, you store calories. You don't eat, you burn calories. Very simple. If you want to lose body fat, you actually need to extend the period of time that you're not eating. In other words, extend your fasting period and get rid of all the snacks in order for you to have enough time that your insulin is low. When insulin is low, it's going to allow fat burning, which is going to allow you to pull those calories back out. When you don't eat, what happens in your body from a hormone standpoint is that your insulin's going to fall. You're going to allow your body to start using the calories that are in the body. Those hormones are going to start telling your body to start pulling calories out. So you're actually activating yourself.
I read that you didn't think most people need breakfast?
Yeah, the whole idea that you need to eat as soon as you get up is just false. So there's this whole thing about breakfast. Now, you will always break your fast. Think about the actual word, right? Break fast. It's the meal that breaks your fast, which tells you that in the English language, we accept that your body should have a fasting period every day. Why? There's a period of time that you're supposed to feed, you eat, insulin goes up, you store calories. Then there's supposed to be a period of time that you fast. That's after dinner until the next day's meal, which is breakfast, right? So you say you stop eating at 6 p.m., you eat at 8 a.m. That's a 14-hour period where your body is not eating, it's fasting, and therefore it's going to use calories, right? If you eat all the time, your body's just going to store energy and never have a period to burn energy. So, okay, well, what's going to happen? You're going to gain weight. Fasting is certainly one way, but just changing the foods to other ones. Because if you look at the insulin release in processed foods versus unprocessed foods, there's a huge difference. So if you eat sort of highly refined foods like white bread, for example, then you're going to have a very different response in insulin compared to sort of a whole food. But certainly, anytime you eat, your insulin is going to go up. You're giving your body instructions to store energy. So the solution is to eat less often. All these people you can fix just by changing their diet, either cutting down the carbohydrates or using intermittent fasting. And it's free, and anybody can do it. I'm talking about a treatment, which is intermittent fasting, which is available to everybody in the entire world for free, and yet has the power to completely reverse their disease and make them so much healthier. So the question is, why don't we do it? I couldn't answer that question for you. The real reason is I think that people are slow to catch new ideas. Like when people hear about new ideas, so people are very reluctant to change. In fact, I mean, it's been 10 years and you see the public, the interest in intermittent fasting has skyrocketed. And yet most doctors still won't prescribe it. They won't talk about it. It's proven effective. If you don't eat, you're going to lose weight. What's simpler than that? If you don't eat, you're going to use up your blood glucose. Your diabetes will get better. What's wrong with that? It's not hard to understand. The second question I often get is, what's the best time to train? And the answer to that really is whenever you have time. However, the best thing is really to do it towards the end of your fast.
Whenever you have time, watch this video over and over from anywhere. Thank you for watching.